Show starts in 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go.
Hello.
Good evening, everybody.
Good evening, everyone.
Do you know what the funny thing is, right? I'm sat here and I'm watching that intro come on, right? And we
Yeah.
have 6 people watching. And then the intro finishes and we drop to 2. So people only watch the intro. Good evening, everybody. Hope you are well. Hope you've had another good week. It has been a very sunny where we are up in the northwest. So I hope you've enjoyed a bit of the sun. Yeah, Stevie, how was your week been, mate?
Yeah, as I said to you before, it's been warm, so it's been all right. Been in work last couple of days. So hey, Ali. Hey, Santa. Hey, Pat. Yeah, it's flown by. I think, to be fair, as well. It's been quite a quick week this week.
Yeah, like I say, Thursday sneak around.
Hey, Chris.
Chris is watching via Facebook.
I know. I have to tell everybody not to do that on his channel.
Mm.
Come on, Chris. Get on YouTube.
So who have we got then? We've got Pat, we've got Lana, we've got Santa, we've got Ali, and we've got Mr. Hayden.
Mr. Hayden himself.
I tell you what, though, I did follow Chris's advice on Monday night, and I listed something and promoted listed suggested percentages, and it sold today.
Really?
Yeah, it sold today. I had a load of those Warhammer White Dwarf magazines. I've had them for a while. I've had them listed, no movement on them at all. No one was interested. They've been promoted for 2 days, 3 days, and they've gone today.
Wow. Such a wise man.
Good evening, Joanne. Yeah, I'm a little bit red-faced with you, actually. After that, we'll go on to that in a minute.
Hey, Peter.
Yeah, so that was quite good. I had the sale today, which is brilliant.
Did you get to any car booths this weekend?
No, well, I haven't been. We never went to any last weekend because we had Lana's 27th and her dad's 60th. We hosted that here on the Saturday, so we didn't do anything on the Sunday. And then this weekend, we think we're at Auntie's, and then we're looking at a boot sale on Sunday. We might go up to West Kirby in the afternoon. Give us some time in the morning to wake up and freshen up and stuff.
Oh, because it's an afternoon one, isn't it?
Yeah, it's an afternoon one. So that's our plan. And then next weekend after that, we're out with friends. So,
yeah. Such a busy schedule, aren't you?
See, that's what you get now. Busy man. I might have to put all the admin of the channel in your hands, Steve, for a week or so.
Yeah, right, okay. I've got no luck with you, bloody Chris, have I? You both got right schedules. Chris, you have to book a year in advance.
Santa's asking if I got a new haircut. No, mate, I have to shave my head every 2 weeks or I look like a badger. And those of you that have seen me with hair can confirm that. Good evening, Peter. Hope you are well, sir. I did see your Xbox messages. Unfortunately, we were watching Love Island or something like that, and I couldn't get on to Destiny. But tomorrow night, if you are free, I'll play tomorrow night with you.
Well, hey, speaking of Halo, was it last night it started on Channel 5?
Plus UK, yeah.
Yes, which started on Channel 5 last night, didn't it?
Mm.
So that's interesting.
So, yeah. I've seen the series. Hopefully you can catch up.
Well, this is it. I mean, I can now, can I? I've got it on Series Link, to be fair.
Yeah. There we go. I've just made a note of something I wanted to talk about later. Right. Okay. Let's get this out the way, shall we? Where's my VT? Here we go. Right. Homework. Panic at Rock Island. Now, when I read the description of this film, I thought, you know what? This is really good. And Joanne's got a little bit of a decent taste when it comes to film. So I thought, you know what? We thought we'd be onto a winner there a little bit. Was I wrong? Yes, I was. I was very wrong. Now, I'm not going to embarrass you, mate, because I know you've not watched it. So
Yeah.
I won't ask you. Do you know when you get like a film like Outbreak?
Yeah.
And then you get a film like Contagion, which is the same film. One's better than the other in value, etc. And then you get like the Australian C movies, right? Where it's an all Australian cast and they try and pull off the same thing on a budget that won't buy you a packet of Haribo over here. Now, unfortunately, we started watching it and we got about 40 minutes in.
And you were hooked, weren't you?
Yeah, we got 40 minutes in and we were like, right, we're going to have to watch the end of this and see what happens now, see if it gets any better. An hour and 20 minutes in, we're not getting any better. And then it ends.
Oh, no.
So, I'm sorry, Joanne, but you're now in Movie Chat's prison with Peter the Monkey. Right? So, good evening, Mark. Thank you for joining us again, mate. Thank you. Yeah, so if you never watched it, save an hour and a half of your life. Okay. If you like that type of movie, then by all means watch it. It's what it's about is that it's about a festival on an island, right? And then some kids go into tunnels, exploring the tunnels while they're setting up the festival, and then they come across somebody that's ill. Okay. So think of Outbreak type illness. He's bleeding from the eyes and all this sort of stuff. And then he gets flown off to hospital because they report him that he's ill and whatever else. And then there's an outbreak of that same virus on the island. So they stop all the transport, all the ferries get shut down, all the buses get shut down, and they quarantine the island. And then it turns out it's a military virus that's gone astray somewhere over there.
Really?
Yeah, but then it starts going off on a tangent that the find the person that released the virus instead of just dealing with the virus, and the virus then becomes like a second part of the story, then where it was the main part of the story. So, yeah, the premise of it is really, really good. It's just the way it's executed, and you can tell it had no budget. The way that it was, yeah, you can tell it's got no budget. The way that it's been filmed and stuff like that, but it's got a couple of good actors in there. The main fella was in one of the Mission Impossible films, so you know you'd expect it to be all right, but it wasn't. It wasn't. Like, right up Chris Hayden Street, yeah. You know, it's right.
Best movie you'll have seen all year, that I reckon.
Yeah, it's right up that. It's right up that alley. But yeah, it's. Thank you for the recommendation, Joanne. And I know you've got a couple more on the wheel. So, yeah, there you go. I've got a movie on the wheel. Yeah. I know you've got another couple more, but hopefully. To be honest, I don't think it was bad as watching Wade Winston swim for an hour. I don't know if it was that bad. I think it might be on sort of par.
Fair enough.
Evening, thank you for watching or listening, mate. I hope you're all right. Oh yeah, here's Lana's review. To be honest, I think even Chris would say it was shit.
Right. Oh.
Yeah. So, thank you for your recommendation, Joanne. You know us, we'll always get round to watching stuff, but that one, yeah, it's an hour and a half of my life I won't get back.
It's one of many, though, isn't it?
It's an hour and a half of your life, mate. I'll save you. You can do something productive.
Thank you, bud.
Okay. Good evening, Sherry. Thank you for joining us.
Oh, gosh.
Right. Now, that sort of segues us into our year review, because our year review was 2011 and so was this film. So, Stevie. Oh, there we go. What's Santa asking here? Sorry, 2 seconds. So, if you recommend them, right. Yeah.
The Hills Have Eyes. It's all right. The original, isn't it? Hey, Kathy.
Right. There we go.
Is he recommending The Hills Have Eyes 1977?
I can add that onto the wheel.
Oh, we might as well.
Yeah. Okay.
Because I've got it. I've got it in my to watch list, so.
You would have it, wouldn't you? $1977.
Yeah, he said there is a disclaimer though. He says it's the worst movie he's ever seen.
Right, there we go. So we've got that added in. Like I say, I don't. We tend to give everyone a chance. Okay, our year review wheel is running really, really low, and it had the pleasure of throwing out the year 2011.
Yes,
for us this year. Again, and I have said this a couple of weeks ago, it was the year of the sequel. There seems to be a lot of series movies out there, which is going to make the top 4 very interesting for you, Steve. When you look at that. Would you like to start off with your top 5 and your mentions? Would you like to go with your list?
Yeah, sure. So, top 5. In fact, I'll go with mentions first. So there's Hannah, which I thought was a good movie. There is Limitless, which I thought was a good movie.
Mm-hmm.
Captain America and X-Men First Class.
Okay.
Top 5. In Time. Yeah, it surprised me, that movie. I enjoyed that. I've watched it quite a few times since.
Mm-hmm.
Fast 5 at number 4.
Yeah.
Number 3. I probably wouldn't have put this up there at the time, but probably now I definitely would be Contagion. I enjoy that. Number 2, Warrior, which is a close to that, really. And number 1, I've got Drive.
Oh, right.
Which is cracking.
What's in here before I go into my list? The Sci-Fi Channel are rebranding to Sky Sci-Fi and getting a contract revamp. Well, that'd be good, because if it's going to Sky, it means that they can get a lot of the content that they were unable to get when it was an independent. So,
well, it was called Sci-Fi before, wasn't it?
It was Sci-Fi Channel. It's been a Sci-Fi Channel for about 20 years.
Yeah,
but there was a lot of series on that they got, like the first series or something, and then when it became popular, it moved to a different service. Or when things were coming to a close, they put the last season on that because the other broadcasters didn't watch it, or it wasn't performing, or something like that. So that'd be good if Sky get that, and it might be worth subscribing to Sky again. Well, to Now TV again. My list, I've gone with Source Code.
Okay, yeah.
Sorry, we'll go mentions first. So I've got Contagion.
Yeah.
I've got Immortals.
Yeah.
I've got Green Lantern Emerald Knights, which was the animated Green Lantern, not the Ryan Reynolds Green Lantern that was out the same year.
Because it was out there,
and Conan the Barbarian, which was the Jason Momoa remake.
I've not watched that,
Have you not? I really enjoy that. It's not your Arnie Conan by any stretch of the imagination, but it's still enjoyable film. So my top 5 from that year, we'll go with Source Code, Real Steel. That's the Hugh Jackman boxing robots. Priest. That's the one where they send them off to go and kill the vampires. Carl Urban and is brilliant in that as the vampire. And then my top 2 are very, very close. Yeah. I've got Warrior, and you know how much I love that film.
Yeah.
And Wild Bill, which we had homework a couple of months ago.
Yeah, I wouldn't say that was one of the top ones, surely.
I really enjoyed that film. And that's another one that really surprised me. Do you know, like In Time surprised you?
Yeah.
I think the premise of In Time, where they've got the clock on their arm and stuff like that, that just changes the game for me. That and then the way that people are trading time and stuff. But Wild Bill, we were just getting into like gangster movies and rewatching stuff like Lock, Stock and stuff like that, and we just happened to come across it in CEX. I think it was a 50p pickup, and we never watched it, and we just put it on, and it looks really, really. It looked really, really good, and I was actually really surprised by the film.
Yeah.
So I would recommend Wild Bill. If anyone hasn't seen it, go and watch Wild Bill. Yeah. Highest grossing actors of 2011, Steve.
Oh, I wouldn't even know where to start with that. Probably Vin Diesel, maybe? Is he in there?
No.
Tom, that wasn't sort of Tom Hardy wouldn't have been up there, would he?
No. Just while you're having
Ryan Gosling?
No. Just while you're having a think, I'll read some comments out. Mark saying Thor for the win. Now, I enjoyed Thor. That was a good film.
Yeah, but it was a bit sort of how do you explain? It's probably a bit dry, wasn't it? It was a bit thingy. I mean, if I had to choose between Thor and Captain America, yeah, but I would go Captain America first. Yeah.
Kathy says she's actually watched some of these films.
Yeah.
Sherry saying that she likes Hannah, the series, as well.
Oh, of course, I forgot about that. It'd be the Harry Potter team, won't it? So there'd be Daniel Radcliffe, maybe.
Mm-hmm. Daniel Radcliffe, no, he's not in there. You would have thought he would have been there with Harry Potter.
Yeah, especially by that point, it was the last one, wasn't it?
At that time, it was the later Potters, wasn't it? Where I think all the hype had sort of finished.
Well, it was the last one.
Yeah. Well, Liam Neeson, no. Daniel Radcliffe, no. Chris Hemsworth, no. The Rock, no. Emma Watson, no. Ron Weasley, no.
Sucker Punch sucked, did it?
I enjoyed Sucker Punch.
God, I mean, it was also Scream 4 that year, wasn't it?
Rich is saying he enjoyed Priest. He thought it was amazing. Kathy liked I Am Number 4.
Yeah, I Am Number 4. I enjoyed that.
Chris Evans, no. Guys, it looks like you're really struggling with this.
Okay, hang on. Johnny Depp.
No.
Okay, I'm out.
Number 4 was Robert Pattinson.
Okay.
For the Twilight Saga, practically.
Yeah.
Number 3 was Robert Downey Jr. for Iron Man 2, Sherlock Holmes 1 and 2, Judy and the Solarist.
Yeah.
Number 2 was Tyler Lunchner. Is that how you pronounce it? Twilight Saga. Valentine's Day and Abduction, which wasn't particularly good, if I remember correctly.
No, it wasn't.
Is that the one where he was the son of the spy and he didn't realize he was adopted and people tried to kill him?
Yeah, I think so. Because the only part I remember is him sliding down a frigging building.
Yeah, sliding down the annex of a roof and thinking it was cool.
Yeah.
And number one was Bradley Cooper. And he was in Hangover 1 and 2, Limitless, Valentine's Day, The A-Team, just to name a few.
Yeah. Yeah, I know what you mean now.
Yeah, just to name a few. Who's talking Obi-Wan?
No, don't talk Obi-Wan, Shabba.
I'm going to mention Obi-Wan later.
And I will mute him for anybody who hasn't seen it.
I was going to mention Obi-Wan later.
Well, he's only just finished yesterday, so give us a chance to binge watch it, mate.
I say this all the time, ladies and gentlemen.
Ladies and gentlemen.
I need a co-host who watches stuff as and when it's released.
Why would you do that? Why would you? Why would you not just wait until the end of the program and then watch them all together?
Because it's no fun. It's no fun. Yeah, Bradley Cooper.
Yeah.
He was number one. Yeah. Okay. Highest grossing movies of 2011, Steve. Now,
I think I might know it.
Go on.
Is it the Pirates of the Caribbean movie?
No.
Is it Harry Potter?
Deathly Hallows Part 2. Yes, that's number one.
So Stranger Tides or whatever it was isn't on there?
No. Not top four.
Wow.
Four, no. To be honest with you, though, Kathy, that didn't do very well at the cinema. It was very early Marvel days, wasn't it, Thor?
What about X-Men First Class?
No. Think sequels, Steve.
I am thinking sequels. Was there a Twilight?
Yes, Breaking Dawn Part 1. That was number 3.
Yeah. What else was there? Another one of what? Scream 4 won't be on there, will it?
No. Just while he's having a think, let's have a look at some of the suggestions here. Harry Potter, we know, is number one. Lincoln Lawyer, no, that's not on there. Transformers. Transformers, Dark of the Moon, that is number 2, Santa.
There you go, there's one. Joanne said Iron Man, so is Iron Man 2 on there?
No.
I think that was the year before, actually, though, wasn't it?
Mm.
Whatever Fast movie. So Fast 5.
No.
Cherry reckons.
No. Apparently, the Star Trek motion picture 4K Director's Edition is not coming to Paramount Plus in the UK. Only the
Really?
Ooh, really?
Sake. No, I've said that, Jerry. I said the Pirates of the Caribbean. Go on then, put me out my measure on the other ones.
Hangover Part 2.
Part 3 was 2, you say?
2.
Yeah. I'm not surprised because the first one was brilliant.
Yeah, but like I just said before, it makes a very interesting top 4 or 5 because it's all sequels. It was all series of films.
Yeah,
you know, back then, and like you say, you've got your Harry Potter, you've got your Transformers, you've got your Twilights and Hangover, and 3 of them went on to spawn other films.
Yeah.
After that, yeah, Kathy, Hangover, yeah.
Fast and Furious 5000.
It's like when you see, was it Rocky 17 or something on Back to the Future 3?
No, it was Jaws, wasn't it?
Was it
Jaws
Jaws?
17?
Yeah. Right. Yeah. So the big movies that stand out for me in that year, again, Warrior. I've spoken about Warrior on several different shows. I love the story. I love how it was executed. It was one of the very first sort of like MMA mainstream movies,
Yeah.
forgetting all like the Never Back Downs and all that sort of
Yeah.
kickboxer release. It was one of the first like mainstream movies to tackle that, and I quite enjoyed that. And the other one for me that stood out for that year was Real Steel with Hugh Jackman. I thought the graphics and the way they did
Again, that went under the radar though a bit, really.
Yeah. But again, when you look at that year and you look at the other movies and franchises that were releasing at that time, I'm not surprised it's sort of gone under the radar a little bit.
Yeah. So Jerry says she saw Twilight at midnight with her dad because she won tickets on Facebook. Bet your dad was well chuffed. It was the only way she was going to a midnight showing, but I bet her dad was well chuffed.
Yeah.
Rum Diary. Bet Johnny wishes that never happened. That's true.
Yeah, love Real Steel. Yeah. Totally agree, Mark. Awesome film. Now, the funny thing is that I've got the majority of these on Blu-ray. That's what you've done to me now, Steve. When we first did this, I never had a Blu-ray in sight.
Yeah, that's true.
Josh Edgerton, is it? I think it was Josh Edgerton, isn't it? The actor's name. Well, he played Uncle Owen in the Phantom Menace, didn't he? Not Phantom Menace. Yeah,
no.
What's the Phantom Menace?
No, actually, was it?
Yeah.
No, Phantom Menace is the first one, mate. You're looking at the sequels, aren't you?
Revenge of the Sith.
Yeah.
When he hands him over, that's
at the end. Yeah.
At the end, that's Josh Edgerton. That's who plays him in Obi-Wan.
Have you seen all those sort of, I want to say, parody videos that Ewan McGregor's doing? Dressed as bloody Obi-Wan in his front room and stuff.
Is he?
Yeah, there's loads of shorts all over the internet, and he goes on about Uncle Owen and how it's ironic that he's goes on about roasting and then does in fact get roasted himself.
Well, I'd love the end of this week's Obi-Wan because we get the famous hello there at the end of the episode. But yeah, so we'll go in depth on Obi-Wan later on. Unless you want me to do a sci-fi live, Steve, and then you don't have to be part of it. You don't need to watch it, and then we don't need to have the spoilers alert on.
I think you just need to have a little video to yourself, and just decide. Let people decide whether they want to listen to you talk about it and ruin it.
Great big spoiler right across the front of it.
Literally, yeah.
Yeah.
Movie chat spoilers.
There you go. Mark said he punched the air and we got the hello. Yeah. It's just a great moment just to hear him actually say hello there. Yeah. Mark, I'll set that up, mate. You can come on, mate. I'm more than happy for that. Have some patience. No, he's got to watch it. He's got
Jerry,
to
finished like yesterday. As some of us work 11-hour days. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, so you still got 13 days of the day left of the day to watch it.
13 days of the left of the day.
13 hours of the day to watch it. You know what I meant. Right.
You've always been really good at maths, haven't you?
Yeah. What you can't see is the hand gestures he's doing to me in between these VTs. I'm watching him below. Right. Movie news. Right. So Wesley Snipes has come out and he's had a little bit of a pop regarding the Blade remake. Right.
I don't think it's a bad casting, to be honest.
Where do you stand on this whole Blade remake, Steve? he's saying, you know, it should really be a rated R, and it's coming out as PG-13. He's saying, you know, we've watered down the character so it could be part of the MCU, etc. He's proper gone to town on this.
But the thing is that it's inevitable, isn't it?
Yeah,
it literally is inevitable, and like, I don't know. I don't dislike the casting. Let's be honest. I don't think Wesley Snipes would be up. I don't think he'd give the same performance as he used to. But I don't mind the casting. It's just, like you say, if they're going from an R-rated to sort of a PG-13, I don't know. Is it just merchandise? Because the whole point of that character, it's not a nice character, is it?
No.
Do you know what I mean? It's, I don't know. I think it might be an issue, but they obviously know what they're doing to a degree, don't they?
I think there's a place for Marvel Knights. Yeah, because Marvel Knights were the darker, grittier characters. Your Ghost Riders, your Blades, your Punishers, etc. There's a place for them.
Yeah.
Right? Do they need to be in the mainstream arc? I don't know. I don't think Blade. Mark's mentioned there. Blade was in the Eternals, and he was. It was a little flyby visit. What you doing with that? Evening, Gap. Thank you for joining us, mate. Hope you enjoy the channel. Hope you hit that subscribe button as well. Do I think the darker, grittier characters need to be in mainstream Marvel? No. I don't think Deadpool should be in mainstream Marvel either. You know, I think if you keep Deadpool where it is, a little bit of humor, a little bit of gore, you know, ticks all the boxes for the older fans. That's great. Yeah. Does he need to interact with Tom Holland's Spider-Man? No.
I heard something today about was it Chris Hemsworth or him who plays Captain America that reckons it might be their last Marvel movie they're doing.
Chris Evans isn't doing any more Marvel because he left at the end of Endgame, didn't he?
Yeah.
And Thor's contract's out, so Chris Hemsworth's only got, I think it's one more film after Guardians 3. I think it's one more after that, and then he'll be done as well. Robert Downey Jr. obviously he's got no contract left because that's why they killed Iron Man off.
Yeah.
And Scarlett Johansson's probably not got much more.
Don't mention anything about. That's what I meant to ask you. I read today about the Doctor Strange 2 being on Disney Plus now, as of yesterday.
Probably would have come out quite quick, yeah.
That's pretty quick, isn't it?
Yeah.
I'm gonna try and have a look.
It's their own content, though, isn't it?
Yeah, that's true. But I mean, what was it released like May the 6th or something? And it's like the 22nd of June. It's gone out onto Disney Plus.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, the Thunderbolts, Mark. Yeah, they're slowly building up to that, aren't they? The Thunderbolts. Now they've mentioned twice the prison in the sea. Was it the Vault? Do you know the one that you see at the end of Civil War where Ant-Man and Hawkeye and that lot are in there? And that's where Thunderbolt Ross was meant to be holding his team. But the bloke that played Ross died this year, didn't he? So we're going to have a new General Ross, who happens to be Red Hulk, by the way.
I don't know if anybody can answer that, Cherry, to be honest with you, without checking it. But I don't know. It didn't say anything when I was reading the article, because I thought I'd do a bit of homework, you know, and for the channel, but I was quite surprised that he said it had come out yesterday on Disney Plus.
I don't think it's a payable one. I don't think it's one of these where you paid the 19 quid, because the last time they did that at the same time with the cinema release, so they didn't lose the cinema money. So Black Widow, Mulan, and the other one they did was like that. Now there was one. There's one that they're releasing that's not even going to cinema. It's coming straight out to Disney Plus.
Is it?
Yeah, and so they mustn't have.
Yeah, there we go. Thanks, Blue Harvest. Yeah, for free. It's for free.
So there's one of the films that are coming out that's going direct to Disney, and it's a mainstream film, so it's not even having a cinema release. But the name of it's escaping me which one it is. Yeah. Right. So yeah, Wesley Snipes having a go at Blade. Now, I like Blade. I love the first two films. I think Blade Trinity sort of lost its way, but that was because Snipes didn't even want to play the part. There's parts of that film that when you read the read-ups on it and stuff like that, people's bits, he actually had his eyes painted on because he just wasn't interested. So he was closing his eyes. So they actually painted eyeballs on his eyelids, and he's just in the scene, just plodding about, being a dickhead. But like I say, though, it's one of 6 to 7 characters Ryan Reynolds has played as a superhero.
Yeah.
You know? So, yeah. Plus, he's got Triple H in as well.
Yeah, well, this is it. Is the cast is a bit questionable, isn't it? But it's funny how Ryan Reynolds and is it not Ryan Reynolds, the other guy in that is taking the mick out of that girl in the car. The team that he's with.
It is Ryan Reynolds, and he's taking.
It is Ryan Reynolds, isn't it? Yeah.
Jessica Bale's the other one, isn't it?
That's the one, Jessica Bale.
She plays Annabelle. He plays Hannibal Caine, is it?
Yes, correct, yeah.
And obviously Snipes is Blade. Triple H is one of them. But if I remember correctly, isn't Dominic Purcell playing Dracula?
Yeah, basically,
He was in Prison Break and stuff like that, wasn't he?
Yeah.
So, yeah. Ryan doesn't act, he's just himself. Yeah, like he was in the majority of those films back then. Well, still now.
Yeah.
You know. Moving on from Marvel, because I know not many people like Marvel. John Williams has announced that he's announced that his final movie score is going to be the new Indiana Jones movie.
Oh, yes. Well, I think the director or whoever has been bigging that up like mad today.
He's retiring from doing movie scores. So you won't get any more John Williams iconic soundtracks or anything like that, any iconic sounds after Indiana Jones 5. And the reason why he's done that is because it ties into Harrison Ford's last outing is Indiana Jones. So
not the last two was the last outings of Indiana Jones.
So he's linking it into the retirement of the hat, isn't he? Really. So Indy's hat and whip are getting hung up, and John Williams is no longer going to be doing any movie scores after that. And I think it's a big shame for movies. I love a good soundtrack. We were talking last week about the Rafa Khan soundtrack.
Yeah.
And sometimes the music is what makes the scene. It's not the scene. It's the atmosphere.
Oh yeah, absolutely. There's some of them films out that if you imagine them without a different score, it'd be a completely different movie, wouldn't it?
Yeah. And my last piece of movie news, and Steve, I know how much you love this film. The 1997 blockbuster Titanic.
Oh yes, 25th. Is it 25th anniversary?
Yeah, and it's going to get a big screen revamp. It's getting remastered, redone, and it's going to be in cinemas. It's going to be in cinemas in 2023.
I wonder if James Cameron's going to make that board, that fucking door slightly smaller.
So yes, it's going to be released in cinemas in 2023 after having digital remastered done, all the sound enhanced in, and all tarted up with special effects.
2023, isn't it?
Yes, it's getting the Star Wars treatment.
Nice.
So yes, sorry, Mark. I know I should have my spoiler alerts running. It sinks. Yes. Right now, usually we just call it a day there for movie news, and the last couple of weeks, Netflix has took a bit of a beating off me because it's just not really had any good content worth watching. But as Sherry's alluded to, the Umbrella Academy dropped. I am on episode 8. So I've been watching it practically throughout the day. There was a little bit of a cock up with Netflix though.
Hey, Campbell. Hey, Matt.
Hello, guys. There was a little bit of a cock up this morning, and I don't know if it was just my Netflix, but I only had the first 2 episodes on, and it wouldn't give me the rest of the series. So I thought it was weekly.
I'm surprised you went onto customer services going, what's going on here?
Well, I thought it was a weekly release sort of thing, because they've got a habit of doing that with some of these series.
Yeah.
So I started watching it via my phone, and then I realised, actually, later on in the day, the rest of the series dropped, and I was like, right, so I can start watching it on the big screen now. So I'm on episode 8. It's good. It's interesting. Definitely worth a watch. But there has been 2 films that I've watched recently that have really sort of got me going, and I mentioned one of them last week, which was Hustle, the Adam Sandler basketball one. Love Adam Sandler. He's really good as a proper sort of actor when he's in serious roles. And the one that I found, now, you know me, Steve, you know I love me Coach Carter, me Miracle, and all those sport films, The Blind Side, all the sports films. Was The Express. Now it's about American football back in the late 1950s, early 60s, and it follows the careers of 2 black American football players and what they had to go through at the time and how they were treated and stuff like that. If you like that type of film and you like that movies based on true stories and true events, and you love your sport, go and find it. There's a little hidden gem called The Express. Go and watch it. It's brilliant. It's got Dennis Quaid in it. It's not really.
Dennis Quaid is in loads of sport movies.
Yeah, it's not got many well-known actors in it, but it's not as bad as Panic on Rock Island, so don't worry. But it's got a lot of actors that you recognise now, so it's a very early day. Yeah, it's got very early days career actors in there now that have gone on to do stuff, but it's absolutely brilliant. So go.
I bet I can guess what Sherry's been doing all day. She's on now episode 9.
Now I would have been, apart from Lana wanted to watch something before I came live, so we had to stop halfway through episode 8, so we can watch that before I come up here.
Doubted Abbey, the new era.
Yeah, now I watch Kenobi on the weekly, Mark, so I don't need to binge watch it. Yes, The Abyss is absolutely brilliant film, and that's why I can't find it.
Yeah, that came up a few weeks back. The fact that they'd never released that on a blooming Blu-ray I don't think at all, actually. One of my favourite Dennis Quaid films is Frequency. That's a good film, actually. Again, that was another one that didn't really sort of take off.
Who's he in that with?
Oh, what's that woman? This woman called? She's in loads in that time period as well.
Frequency. Who's the bloke? Who's the bloke he's with that plays his son? Because I always forget his name. He was in like Outlander and things like that, wasn't he?
Yeah, it was a 2000 movie, I think. Oh yeah, it was. Yeah, he's Jim Caviezel.
That's the one. He was in, like I say, he was in like Outlander and
yeah, that's a good movie. Good flick. Helen Hunt. No, I don't think so. I might be wrong. I've got Elizabeth Mitchell as part of the cast.
See, now I haven't watched The Orville yet, but I'm up to date with Strange New Worlds.
Man vs. Bee, yeah, that looks funny. That looks good, dude. Passion of Christ, Tom and Bell. Yeah, that's a great movie.
Yeah, that's him.
He was Jesus in
Passion of the Christ. Yeah.
Epic.
Right, so let's move on, shall we? Now, believe it or not, I've been quite busy this week, so I've not managed to pick most things up. So, ladies and gentlemen, for people first time watching us, this is the segment in the show where, as you can see behind us, Steve and I have got little collections going. We show you what we pick up each week. It could be movie related, TV related, toy related, just anything geeky and nerdy, really. If you've picked up anything good and you want to show it off, then please join us in the next segment. You'll be able to show it there, or just put comments in the chat, and we're always interested in what you guys have picked up as well. So that, as you know, this is not just our show; it's your show as well.
Absolutely.
So I'll go first, mate, because I know what you're like. You've probably picked up half a CEX. I picked up the Zookeeper.
Yep.
On Blu-ray. Picked up The Other Guys on Blu-ray. Now, this one looked quite interesting to me. I don't know much about it. 44-inch chest.
Yes, I've got that.
Now, I don't know anything about this. But, like I say, it's a gang sort of fighter type movie, which I'll be looking forward to watching. But yeah, my so much for me not having a Blu-ray collection, Steve, because it's slowly growing. And I'm gonna have to go through it and probably charity shop, or not charity shop, sorry, car boot a lot of my Blu-rays once I've watched them. Yeah. Sorry, Kathy. Yeah. I'll have to work it out. So I ended up getting the Zookeeper, The Other Guys, and 44-inch chest. So yeah, but I love that there's what's the Vince Vaughn film where he's in prison fighting? Is it fighting in cell?
Brawling Cell.
Yeah, Brawling Cell Block H or something.
No,
or something.
What's it called? They'll probably tell you before I can figure it. I can get it. Brawling Cell. I'm sure Brawling Cell something.
Yeah, Samuel Bell. He was in Person of Interest, and he was also the prisoner.
Brawling Cell 99.
Yeah. Well,
so
I love that film. When I was talking before about coming up with hidden gems, that's another one. And that's reading that's what that sounds like. Yeah, Sam Bell. He was in Person of Interest, and he was also in the Prisoner remake a couple of years ago. That's probably about a decade old now. That remake. Go on, Steve. Would you like to show us what you've picked up, bud?
Yeah, I've got a few bits actually. I forgot more than I thought I would. So I picked up some books to start off this week. I picked this up with you in mind, but I don't think it's worth anything. It's Warhammer book.
Oh.
I got Tolkien the Illustrated Encyclopedia.
Yeah.
The Lord of the Rings box set.
I've got that.
This one I thought of you.
Oh, right. Have you seen the documentary on that?
No, I just saw the book and I was like, I'll pick that up. It's worth picking up. So, yeah, these ones were quite interesting to me, but they don't look like they've actually been read like ever. But it's the Harry Potter, the Magic Begins ones, which got, I think it's 3 of them in there. So you've got the 3.
Yeah.
Really nice though. I mean, the box set's gorgeous. So yeah, so they came home with me. I picked up some DVDs because they were relatively cheap. I think it was £3 for £1, including this one. So I got How I Met Your Mother series 1 to 5.
Have you seen they've made How I've Met Your Father now?
Yeah.
Bloody love the crap.
Just town, Kathy. I got the Hand That Rocks the Cradle. It's a good movie. This one I've not seen, but it's a 5-part thriller. It says, which is Injustice. I've got 3 series. Again, these were £3 for £1. So I got 3 series of Scandal.
Yep.
This one, I swear to God, I bought it for the banter. And I want to stress this, Steve. It was for the banter, okay?
But it's Mean Girls 2. Have you picked up Mean Girls 2?
The second I saw it, I was like, I'm having that.
That's not for the banter. That's to go with the other week.
So I found a cap in Sue Ryder, right? And I just thought, okay, well, I'll have a look into it. But you know the saying for Shawshank Redemption, get busy living.
Yeah, get busy living.
Yeah, or get busy dying. Well, it turns out this cat, right? It's this foundation here, this Matt Hampson Foundation. It's basically it's their slogan for it. It's get busy living or get busy dying. But it's like it's sports people that have had like amputees and stuff like that. It's quite interesting. But I love the saying, so I picked it up, and then after I did a bit of research, that's actually what it was. They were using it as a slogan.
Yeah, Robert the Frame says it, isn't it? To Red just before he starts his plan to escape.
Yeah. This one was just a pick up for the sake of it, which is 3D concerts. But again, this was part of a 4 for £1. Or probably with the DVDs, I think they were. This one I picked up purely for the artwork, because I thought the artwork was awesome on it. That's really, really cool, that. I mean, it's just a slipcover. It's basically the newer Halloween. But the slipcover on that, I might try and put that in a frame, because obviously I've got the thingy of it anyway.
Yeah, just cut the sides. Joanne says, Enterprise, I'm in movie chat's jail. Beam me up, Scotty.
So the Blu-rays I picked up. I picked up a Royal Rumble for cheap. So 2020 Royal Rumble. That's the one where Ed returns, so I like that.
That was the last one before lockdown, wasn't it?
Yes, it was, yeah.
It was the last live stream they did before they went into lockdown.
Yeah. So I got the Cockneys versus Zombies, but it's got a lenticular cover. That was pretty cool.
Now, I was surprised how much I got for a copy of that in CEX when I traded my DVD in.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
And then I got Sam Pecking Hands Straw Dogs, like an anniversary edition, 40th anniversary edition. So looking forward to that one. These were in a charity shop, so I picked these up. It was £2 for £1, but they're obviously metal bookend things.
Oh, they're cool.
Yeah, so I was having them. Steelbooks for the collection. I got Looper.
Oh, I like that.
Yeah, it's really cool. It's probably one of like the Xavi editions or something. They don't usually have this sort of level of detail on them.
No.
And then I got one through the post.
Oh, right.
Yes. So, Kathy, thank you very, very much. She sent me one through the post. So she messaged me. Like I said last week, she'd messaged me when they were in CEX and showed me all these different ones. There was one I really wanted, and then there was this one as well. But the other one was damaged. So anyway, she got me this. She sent it to me. However, at the time I didn't realise, but it's actually the 4K version as well. So she got me Creed 2.
Oh, wow.
So that's pretty cool. Considering I was reading today that Sylvester Stallone's not going to be in the new Creed.
No, he's not.
No. But I am so grateful for that, Kathy, so thank you very much.
We spoke about that the other week, that Creed's now becoming its own franchise without Rocky.
Yeah. I mean, to be fair, it makes sense, doesn't it? But I mean, it's just going to be weird because it's the first time since ever that he's not been in that franchise. I'm sure they'll mention it at some point. But yeah, I was well chuffed with that because I wasn't expecting it, and obviously she did it for me, so I really appreciate it. And she also sent some Spider-Man walkie-talkie things for Leo, so he's well chuffed with them. Just got to make sure he doesn't throw them. But yeah, so I'm good with that. I mean, I need to go and get some new covers now to protect these.
See, that's what happens now, Steve, because you've said that I video called you in CEX to show you what you've got.
She sent pictures, to be fair. She was in CEX at the time, she sent pictures for me.
Yeah, so that's all you're going to get now. Do you want this one?
No, like I say, she didn't. She bought it for me, just to be clear. You know, she went like you, charged me.
Oh, you cheeky get. Yeah.
No, she bought them for me. I was well chuffed. But I was looking, if I remember rightly, it was
Evening, Neil.
El Camino. So there was an El Camino one in there. Hey, Nem. There was an El Camino one which looked awesome. But I said to her, "What's the condition of it like?" And when she sent a picture, it was scratched and dinted to hell. I was like, I can't have that because it'd just do me head in.
Yeah, I've worked over a couple of hours this week, so I'm gonna speak to my boss and say, look, I'm finishing early tomorrow, and we're gonna get out and go charity shopping. And like I said, we haven't got out at all this week because we've just been busy between work and going to the gym and then going to bed. It's just been a busy week
between work and going to the gym and going to bed.
Yeah,
could you just cut out the sleeping?
That's it. Yeah, just go charity shopping there. Yeah.
It's quieter at night. Nobody's in there, including the staff.
Right, let's jump into Free for All. All right, there we go, ladies and gents. The link is in the chat. Please feel free to come and join us. This is the segment where you get to have your say and take the show in whichever direction you want to go in. I was going to talk about the Umbrella Academy and Obi-Wan, but you've not watched either, have you?
No, but what I have been watching this week is what Cherry alluded to last week, which was that Sweet, Pray, Love and Obey, which is a 4-part documentary thing. I think it's 4 parts. I'm up to like the 3rd one now. I watched the 3rd one last night. It is messed up, mate. There's like a community of people that think this guy's a messiah. And he's not a messiah. He's just a very naughty boy.
You've mentioned people that are messed up with a sick taste, and Cherry appears like.
How dare you? How dare you?
Good evening, dear. How are you?
Good evening.
It's the kind of documentaries I like. So, hiya.
But that Sweet, Pray and Obey is messed up. I mean, I've like I say, I've still got 1 episode to watch on it yet. So I was watching it again last night. But yeah, it's
interesting. It's crazy.
They did literally just like go over and like, okay, so your daughter's like what, 14 now? Okay, well, she's marrying this 86-year-old,
and she's got to go. She's going.
Yeah. We don't want you in this faith anymore. So you get to go, and you for some reason all they do is just sprout kids out. So they've got about 20 kids each. It's absolutely mental.
And that's just the women that have the 20 kids.
Yeah, that's
the blokes that have a lot more than that.
But the thing is that the bloke side of it, if they oust you from the thing, it's literally like, well, you can go, but your family's being reassigned.
Yeah, to a different bloke.
Yeah. You now call them dad.
Yeah, like even it's weird because they send the kids and go, "That's your new dad. That is your dad."
It's funny though. If you had 20 kids, you'd be like, "Yeah, that's a break for me. Thank God for that."
It's crazy.
Single and ready to mingle. You know what I mean? You'd be like, "Wow, 20 kids, man." Jesus Christ. But yeah, it's bizarre.
What else have you been watching this week then, Sherry?
I wrote a list because I always forget.
Okay, go on.
I watched First Kill. That was quite interesting, but it's kind of a teenager-y type one, I think. The Keep Sweet, that's on the list because but God's Favorite Idiot.
Okay.
Just started watching that one. It's got Melissa McCarthy in and her husband.
Oh yes, yeah.
Right, okay.
Yes.
It's just an easy watch. Funny bits, but mostly just an easy watch. Somewhat on in the background. Watched Fort Salem. Finished watching that because it was on BBC, but I don't watch live telly, so I missed that. And then there's another documentary which is a bit that touches on dark stuff as well, which is The Web of Make Believe, Death, Lies, and the Internet.
Yes, I started watching that. I watched the first one, I think. I'm on second episode of that.
It's quite interesting to watch because I used to be online. I used to watch, be on like video chats quite often, and they used to like threat.
I'm glad you've knocked that on the head.
Pardon?
I said I'm glad you've knocked that on the head. Now you're just on YouTube.
Yeah. But they used to threaten to swap people and, DDoS you and dox you and all the rest of it. And it's quite dangerous, really, because obviously this person got killed in the end.
Honestly, mate, they're literally like they're playing like COD or something online. It's like, I'm going to swat you, because literally they'd fall out. I think one of them was a 50 cents bet or a $1 50 cents bet or something. And literally, it was like, I'm going to swat your house. And they'd ring up and pretend that there was something going on at the house, and the SWAT team would turn up. And obviously, in America, they sort of make sure they do the due diligence before they shoot anybody, But it's just mental how easy it is for them to do it. And they were doing like bomb threats as well.
Yeah, and clearing out all sorts of different places, including government buildings.
Yeah,
right.
Yeah.
Swatting is when you make a false call and then police turn up with guns. It's a SWAT team that turn up.
Yeah, but it's never like a domestic violence situation. It's more like I've kidnapped somebody or I've killed somebody and I've got a gun and all the rest of it. And literally they fly at the house. Helicopters, the whole works, wasn't it?
Whereas in this country, they turn up, they send one copper or two copper first.
Yeah, in about 4 hours.
Yeah, and they have a little look and they go.
The next day.
We had one once, and they'd gone to the wrong house basically, and they were just like, "Well, we've had a phone call, and there was screaming in the background," and we were like, "Not us." And so they just had a little look around, and then we said there was dogs in the house, and they were like, "Okay, I'm not going in there. It's fine. I'm going."
Yeah, but it's just crazy because I mean that was one particular guy, isn't there, that literally he just wouldn't stop bloody doing it, and then started doing
he got
it.
away with it.
Yeah,
because there was no particular law against it either about certain things they were doing.
No.
It gets worse in episode 2 about something a different type of online.
Yeah. Like I say, I'm thinking about halfway through the second episode of it. But I was flitting between that, and then I started watching the Keep Sweet.
Can you go? He's got a kid kidnapped in his bedroom. Yeah, right. You'll be there.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. It's all right. I'm the one.
We can make that happen if you want. Should we do a live test and the police response time?
Mate, I'm telling you now, they wouldn't come round before the next episode.
No.
Maybe about a week on Friday they could slot us in.
If I've been on your estate, mate, I wouldn't come around there in the next week.
Have you heard yourself? Bloody hell.
Aren't you from the Wirral?
He's got shutters on his doors, Jerry, just to let you know.
Yeah, aren't you from the Wirral, Big Steve?
I live on the Wirral, yeah.
Exactly. Yeah, you can't talk.
Hey, I'm from the place where they filmed 2 pints of lager and a packet of crisps. Thank you very much. I'm from Runcorn.
You're from there. You don't live there.
No, there's a reason why I don't live in Runcorn anymore. There you go. Now I've just offended half the northwest of England.
On a similar note, no, my mum's she wants to show the pickups she got this month. This month.
Go for it. Yeah.
Okay.
So we've got.
Are you showing them?
Yeah. We've got Narnia, Prince Caspian.
Oh, cool.
Now,
Yeah.
I never saw that.
I don't think I've ever seen it, to be honest. 25p, she just told me.
Is that, did they release Voyage of the Dawn Treader, or did he merge it in with Prince Caspian?
No, it's been released as well. It's been released as well, apparently.
It got released as well, because there was one of the stories that they merged in with one of them, didn't they? And I can't remember which one it was.
I can't remember.
I love the original BBC ones. Enchanted.
Not watched that in a long time. I think I only watched it once and I was like, don't know how I feel about it. Little Mermaid.
Cool.
Always a classic. The Odd Life of Timothy Green.
Oh,
okay.
Not seen that one either. And District 9 on Blu-ray.
Yeah, it's a classic film. That I like that. But that's one of that we were talking about earlier on about those low budget movies. That's one of those that really surprised, wasn't it?
Yeah. And then Kubo, Two Strings. I didn't know that. I know the story, Mum. You told me. Right. We've got Kubo.
Yeah.
Thinking of Two Strings and the Two Strings. She really wanted it. It was only £1, and then she found out that it still worked.
Loving heck.
So she did pretty well.
Is that the one I got the other month? It is, isn't it? That Kubo.
It says there's a comic inside as well.
Rich is saying Timothy Green's a nice film.
I will watch it. I probably won't watch it on the DVD. We've been looking for it streaming.
Do you know?
Oh, they've been looking for it streaming and they can't find it, so that's why they bought it on DVD.
Right. Do you know that you're into all like your Danger films and
Animated Disney?
No, like your
documentary
stuff.
What?
Like your fucked up stuff. You
Yeah, you're trying to offend somebody else now.
Yeah.
Yeah. Have you seen the Life of David Gale?
No.
It's
That's Kevin Spacey in it.
It's a Kevin Spacey movie. I'd highly recommend you watch The Life of David Gale.
I'm writing it down.
Yeah, it's.
I actually have a notebook today. I'm excited for. There's another creepy one coming up called The Girl in the Picture.
Okay.
And it's basically, I think this guy finds a photo of somebody pretending to be somebody like this girl's father, and he's like, that's pretty sure that's my daughter, or something like that. And I'm excited for that one because it's another messed up people type one. Yeah. And then Beautiful Creatures, that's coming out on Netflix.
Now, Beautiful Creatures, that's an old one, that isn't it?
Well, older. I don't know how old it is actually. I've got the book and I've read the book a couple of times.
Was it Ryan Philippe? Was he in it?
I didn't look at who was in it. I should have done.
Yeah. Well, right. So you two, you've had a week now. Have you had a chance to catch up on The Boys?
No.
I've not been watching it. It's my mum that's been watching it.
So Kathy watches The Boys.
No, my dad. Apparently, it's not. My mum's not interested anymore. It's my dad.
What did your dad think of that first episode of the new series?
He's giving us thumbs up.
There's one particular scene that made my eyes water.
It was a bit gory. My mum's saying it was stupid.
It's like we get a 3-for-1 deal here, isn't it, Steve?
Yeah.
Oh,
No, there was one particular scene in that first episode that made my eyes water. But Steve, you've got to watch The Boys.
Yeah,
I've been told about it. Something I could have gone without knowing.
Don't sneeze.
Yeah, don't
sneeze.
sneeze. Yeah. But
No,
yeah, that series is getting good now. It's getting gory. It's fact that the Homelander storyline's finally coming to a head, isn't it?
my mum's just said getting gory. Well, Stranger Things, that has like really random gory scenes, and then it's back to, little teenagers.
Yeah, but those scenes come out of nowhere, though.
Yeah,
They could be riding the bike, and next thing one of them's getting strung up and broken apart, and it's like, where's that just come from?
Yeah.
But like you said, like I've got a really strange relationship with Stranger Things. I can't say I like it, and I can't say I enjoy it, but I can't not watch it.
yeah.
So are you completely up to date with that now?
Yeah, I'm waiting for next week for the release of the next part. It's the 1st of July, isn't it?
Yeah,
So is it next Friday?
I think so. And I'm out on the Saturday, so I'm gonna have to like binge watch it as fast as possible. I don't know what day.
Social life is going to have to come second here, Cherry.
Yeah, well, it's my friend's birthday. She can wait.
Yeah, she'll have one next year.
So, ladies and gents, what we're going to do is that when we come to talk about up-to-date series, me and Cherry are going to have a chat, and we'll just drop Steve off because he's going to take 6 months to watch anything.
As soon as I can get me fucking tea, I'm not really asked.
He's still waiting for the start of the Next Generation to start. He hasn't seen any of that. Like that was 1989.
I've got Picard to watch first, mate.
Oh, there we go. Point proven.
Have you seen any of Umbrella Academy?
Me or Steve?
Me. I remember. I think I watched the first episode of it when it first came out because this is the second series now, is it?
Third series.
Third series. Yeah, I never got
right.
into
Okay, that's how far behind you are.
So we can talk about this then, and he's not going to have a clue what's happening.
I think we have to at least wait a week because it
Yeah,
has
because I can
only
do so much in a week. I can literally watch The Umbrella Academy. What else am I watching? The Boys, Obi-Wan Kenobi.
No,
what else?
listen here, right? Don't give me
Stranger
this.
Things.
You do 4 on, 4 off, and when you're off, your house is empty. So you're telling me you can't have a series going while you're watching it in the background while you're doing nothing?
Yeah, but that's not the point. I'd rather watch. When I want to watch something, I want to concentrate on it. I don't want to have it on in the background and listen to it.
I have different types of series. I have ones where I can do work and like watch it in the background, and then I have ones where you don't know. No, I work hard. Thank you very much.
About as hard as Steve, clearly. As
I
you're
can
both up to date with
multitask.
every show.
Pardon?
As you're both up to date with every show.
Yeah, I can multitask.
Multitask. Now, as a woman, I can believe that. As a man, probably not so much.
I can multitask, but then again, I've got breasts.
Now my mum's asking my dad why he can't.
Your dad's probably a fine figure of a man, Chevy. He's not got breasts. No, that's the advantage of getting up as early as I get up, Steve. I can watch stuff before I start work.
But you're going to bed early, so how does that work? It's the same.
But because I finish work early, I can also watch stuff while Lana's still working.
If it wasn't for the duck race on a Monday, you'd be in bed by 7:30.
Yeah.
I miss most of them because he starts them too late. You think I mess him and I put night in the chat? I'm gone after I put that.
9 o'clock is not late.
9 o'clock is late.
It's bloody not.
Not late till 12.
What?
It's not late if you're 12.
Look, I've always been an early, but I've always gone to bed early. It's just but
yeah, but as you're
I'm
older,
the opposite.
you can stay up a little later, mate.
I catch a little bit of a snippet of a conversation after the Monday night between him and Chris and what they're talking about.
Yeah, that's
And
literally
then
it.
I reply back at 4:30 in the morning when I get up, and I get nothing for hours out of these two lazy bastards.
I wake up really late, but I don't need to be up early for anything. Like the pub doesn't open until 12 anyway. I don't know.
What's
So
that?
you work in a pub?
No, I do the social media for a pub.
All right. And I thought
Sorry,
you
say
said
that
you
again.
work hard.
I do the social media for a pub.
I
Or
thought you
two.
said you work hard. You're
How
on
much
Facebook.
social media is needed?
She's on Facebook saying, "Come to the pub."
Yeah, it's still empty.
Done.
It's
Oh
busy
yeah,
now.
no, there's no dealing with customers ever like no customers that never read anything, no nothing. It's
No.
all so easy.
It's your fault.
You
You
make
were
it sound
pissed.
hard.
Yeah, it's your fault. You were pissed. End of.
Yeah. Here's some pictures of
Copy
what
and
your
paste
night
that.
did look like.
Yeah,
We have evidence of what you did last night.
yeah. It's on CCTV. You dancing on the bar.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Oh, fair enough. So, do you? I mean, do you do a lot of nights then, or is it what day generally day?
It tends to be during the day. If there's events on and stuff, I've got to go to those as well, which is great until Christmas, because then Christmas is very.
Does that mean you have about 30 different Christmas parties you have to attend?
Yeah.
Be in a happy spirit all the way through Christmas.
Yeah, I can't get drunk though.
No.
I can have a drink, but I can't get drunk.
That was the
There's
best.
only
part
so
about
many
it.
days you can celebrate Christmas, surely.
Yeah. And then New Year, I just sleep for like 6 weeks.
That was the best part about working in the pub, was playing pool and getting drunk when you're meant to be serving. You can't do that nowadays, though.
We were never allowed to drink and serve. No, it's more of a restaurant than a pub. If we were to get drunk, a lot of people would have a lot to say about it.
So is that where you went wrong, Steve?
I didn't go wrong. I met Lana, then we moved out the pub.
All right.
So, you know.
She'd never seen you sober to that point, had she?
That's how me and Lana met. I was off work long term sick. I lived above the pub. So I wasn't allowed to do any work. So all I could do was sit on the end of the bar, drink, and play pool. And that's how I met Lana. She come in one day when I was recovering with my lung.
Yeah.
How
True.
romantic.
Yeah, that was it, yeah.
Oh.
It's very cute.
And then the silly bitch married me when we were sober.
He still battered her at pool, though, didn't he? He was like, no, I'm not giving up on this one.
I never let her win. There's no lessons learned if you let people win.
Brilliant.
And as you see when we went out in Liverpool, Steve, I let nobody win.
There's a point when I go out when I've had enough to drink, where I can be okay at pool, and then I have one more drink and I'm terrible again.
Oh, really?
The more
I drink,
sweet
spot.
The more I drink, the better I get.
So just to rein us back into something movie related, mate. Year and movie.
Yes. Thank you for reminding me, mate. I have got these here. 2 seconds. It's a good job one of us on the ball, isn't it?
This is why I'm here.
You work well as a team.
Oh, thanks, mate.
I do all the bloody
Tell me the
work.
truth later.
I'll take that $5 later.
Yeah.
Are we on?
Yes, we're on.
Ooh, taking the elevator, going up. I got a lot of ground to cover.
It's got it.
And I'm in love with this good life. Can't give it.
Oh, bloody Santa's heart must have been in his mouth then.
Escape to victory.
Escape to victory. Right, and then we want this one, don't we?
My mum just said, "Is it Christmas?"
It feels like it every day.
Right, share. This one. Right. There we go.
Look for that.
Are we on? Yeah, we're on. There we go.
Great escape.
Oh, yeah, of course.
Nice escape to victory. Oh, lovely.
A great escape. Sorry, Escape to Victory.
Escape to victory.
And 1984.
Big Steve, is the cat with you?
She is. She's lying on the bed. There she is. She's over there. Look, there she is.
Oh, got it red.
So there we go, ladies and gents. The year is 1984, and the film is Escape to Victory. So, for those that don't know, Escape to Victory is based on the World War II prisoner of war football match with the Germans.
Yes.
It's got a great cast of actors and professional footballers, and it's just generally an enjoyable film. So definitely catch that one out for next week. 1984 is the year that the cartoon was released, Lance, not the movie. So, yes. So on to Lana's question.
Yes, it's got Stallone in as well, hasn't it? Michael Caine and Stallone.
Yeah.
My mum says it's a boy film.
Sorry?
She says it's a boy film.
It's war and football and people running around without the tops on. So your mum might have some eye candy to watch for an hour and a half.
She'll fall asleep. She can't make it through a whole film anyway.
Yeah, so that's going to be interesting, that one. I bet are you looking at 1984 now, are you, Steve?
No, I was just looking at the Escape to Victory because I weren't sure if I had it, but if I see the front cover, I know I will.
It's Sylvester Stallone. I've got it here somewhere. 2 seconds.
Yeah, I'm sure I've got it. But you can never be sure. Too sure.
I thought I had it. Where the bastard thing go?
Lana sold it as part of the purge.
Better not have done.
She did, mate. I saw her. She was like, "No, sod this. He's getting rid of this. He'll never watch it."
What
Telling you.
And which one, Martin? Which Nightmare on Elm Street? I take it you mean the older one. Hi, Jilly.
Hey, Jilly.
Oh no, it's gone. Where's that gone?
I've told you.
I'll have to buy it on Blu-ray.
What, just not be able to get hold of the bloody thing now?
Yeah. No, I'll get it by other means.
Oh, okay.
I'll be able to watch it. By some hook or by crook, I'll watch it.
Yeah, there's they've got a bit of Mansfield. I think is my closest one to get that. If I go to CEX.
Good evening, Jilly. Thank you for joining us. Right. So, what have we got coming up this week? So, we are on Movie Chats Extra on Sunday. We have returning guests from last month, and we have new guests joining us as well. And this week, or this last 2 weeks, has been quite a big month for us because we've had a couple of YouTubers from the States that are interested in joining us as well.
Yes.
So our little channel is going across the pond, and people are starting to take notice now. No, Movie Chats Extra is our second one. Oh, sorry, you're talking about the Nightmare on Elm Street now, aren't you? Sorry, Martin, jumping the gun there. Yeah, so it's our second Movie Chats Extra. So we've got Let's Get Kicking Movies, we've got Razor's Edge, we've got Retro Girls UK, and then we've got a couple of the new channels are coming on as well. So please join us on Sunday, 7:15. It was quite a nice, relaxed chat last time,
Yeah,
wasn't
good, man.
it? We've got no set format. We just bounce from there. So have a think if you've got any questions that you want to ask any of the guests or ourselves. And bearing in mind there's a wide range of knowledge on the panel because we're all into different types of film and stuff like that, which surprised me on the last one, to be fair. Yeah, surprise guests. Yeah, we've got a few that are lined up.
We can sit and talk about Mean Girls too, can't we, Steve?
Well, you and Lisa.
Yeah, that's true, yeah.
Is it you, Lisa, and is it Kira? Is it Nate's
I think so.
Really?
I've never seen it. I've only seen the first one.
No, neither have I. It's just the second I saw that in the shop, I was like, I've got to buy that.
I've seen the first one like over 100 times because it was what was big when I was in high school, and everybody would watch it and everybody would know every single line.
The thing is, though, he buys it and says it's for the banter. No, it's not for the banter. It's
that one is. No, first one, I'll own that shit. This one.
When you've got the first one, you've got to have the second one.
What can you do?
No, hang on. I've got Cruel Intentions here, but I haven't bought the second and third one.
You're just missing out. You're doing it wrong.
You're missing out, mate. You're missing out. Cruel Intentions 2 is like the best movie ever. And
was it
Cruel
better?
Intentions 3, I've heard, is as good.
Was it better than Panic at Rock Island?
I don't know, mate. I don't know. I mean, you can only judge that, really. You need to watch Cruel Intentions 2 and 3 now. But I've heard, mate, honestly, Citizen Kane hasn't got a patch on Cruel Intentions 3.
I don't know.
Did you mention that the Bruce Willis's last film that he's done is on Netflix now? Or it's going to be on Netflix. It's on Netflix now.
Which one? Because there's about 5 that he'd done in a space of 18 months.
That's true.
Midnight in the Switchgrass.
Right.
It's got Megan Fox and Machine Gun Kelly in it as well. Imagine that being his
like
last film.
That does.
I'm not sure what I think about it. I'm going to give it a chance. But apparently his last few films weren't his best. But that's probably because he knew.
Yeah, we're just trying to sort it, Jilly. It said error occurred.
Yeah, I think we're all blocking it at the same time.
At the same time. Yeah, I'll leave that.
Yeah, it's last. He did like 5 or 6 films all at the same time. I'm sure he was filming 3 of them on the same set. It's a shame that he's got to that point where he's had to do that. But obviously, if he's not well, he's not well, is it? So
at least he's done some really good ones in the time that he has been acting.
Yeah. I mean, I prefer like a lot of his 80s movies, like Blind Date and stuff like that. That's what I liked. Bruce Willis said.
Yeah, but as I say to the kids at coaching and training, you're only as good as your last one.
That's a bit bloody harsh, isn't it?
Yeah.
You're like 6-year-old, aren't they?
So if your last one sucked, then that's what's going to be.
These are like the modern version of Whiplash.
I was always awful at trampolining competitions. I could never.
It's because it's shooters like him that you give up your dream. Otherwise, where could you have been now?
I know.
The chances are I probably did judge Cherry at some point, or Senior judged at some point. Yeah. But it's just one of those things. You're only as good as your last one, and for someone like Bruce Willis to have the career that he's had, and then he's released 10 shit things, you're only going to remember him for the last. I
think your wife's trying to get a sign up to Tinder, Steve, which is a bit of a worry, if I'm honest with you.
Didn't know yet. Is she just speaking about the comments that was up here?
Either that or she's replacing you, which is understandable.
Yeah, I wondered what she was buying the batteries for before. I thought it was for the remote.
Yeah, Bruce
Willis, I guess.
Bruce Willis was in an episode of Miami Vice.
Yeah.
Oh, God. Was that
Well,
like the original Miami Vice then?
when he did Die Hard, he was a TV actor then, wasn't he? He wasn't
Yeah,
like a big
yeah.
that was
No,
Die
no.
Hard was his big movie break and stuff. But like you say, Blind Date. If you haven't seen Blind Date, that's with Kim Basinger, isn't it?
Yeah.
Basinger and
Yeah. Yeah.
go and watch Blind Date. That's absolutely brilliant. They're funny. It's sort of early Bruce Willis comedy acting.
It's cracking bit laughing it. Good laugh.
Yeah. But then, like you say, you look at like The Fifth Element and stuff like that. He has done some really great films, but yeah, there you go. I told you she was talking about him.
Steve's just gone.
I'm like, shit, I could have had another couple of hours watching Umbrella Academy.
Well, she's distracted.
Well, she's distracted. Yeah, let's go and watch Umbrella Academy or Umbrella Diaries.
No, love, I don't mind you popping out for a bit. I've got some stuff to watch.
I've got important work to do.
Oh, bless her.
Right, so, ladies and gents, it's like I said, we're coming up to an hour and a half now, or we've just gone past an hour and a half. And as you know, I'll be getting ready for bed at 9 o'clock. So, on that note, we'll call it a day. And like I say, please join us on Sunday for Movie Chats Extra. Don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already done so, and hit the thumbs up. I know every YouTuber says it to you on every stream, but it does, and it has proven the last 2 weeks that we are getting over because of the comments that you're putting on and the likes and stuff like that. So it does help us. Thank you very much.
Hang on a second. Queenie's just popped in. Hi, hello. Enjoy every evening now. Still in the lurk bed with us. I hope you feel better soon. Sorry, Steve. I just read that and I thought I'll say hi to her. And
yeah, it's all that bird shit beer she's been drinking. So
evil.
So you've took me off my stride now. Right. So
we'll pretend that didn't happen.
Start.
We'll edit it.
God damn it. Right, yeah, so like and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already done so. Join us on Sunday for Movie Chats Extra. Come and show your support to some great channels there. You can find us on our own Movie Chats and Film Geeks Facebook page. We are the official channel for that page. And we're also Movie Chats _2021 on Instagram. So please follow us on that as well for any updates that we do put out there. We do like to make regular content, and it is you guys that we make the content for. So if you've got anything that you'd like to suggest that we review or watch, please feel free. And also, please leave a comment after this video if you want any actors to go live on the wheel. Because as you saw from the year wheel, we've only got 4 left. So in a month's time, we are going to start the actors. Next week, I'll put an update out of the actors that we've already got on the wheel. And it must be half Hollywood at this point in time. So thank you very much for watching. And on that note, I'll say bye from us.
Bye.
Coming to say bye.
Bye. Say bye.
No.
Kathy says bye too.
Say bye. Thanks, Kathy. Bye. Bye. Say bye.
Bye, Leo.
Hi, Leo.
Say bye.
Okay, guys. We'll catch you soon. Catch us on the next one. See you on Sunday. Bye-bye.
Okay, guys. Bye.